So I was in a children's choir when I was, and we like would also do Hanukkah songs.
Yeah.
And it was like, light the menorah, let the candle shine. Like menorah. Like we called it a menorah. Like this was just like...
Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party. We'll all dance the horror. Yeah, it's all wrong. It's fine.
You're seriously got to educate.
Really ruined your day on that one.
No, I'm just I'm baffled. What is up, soccer friends? Welcome to Kickback Committee. We're glad you're here. I'm Susanna Fuller alongside David Goss, and we are in full-on holiday mode right now. Christmas is around the corner, and you know what that means. It is gift-giving season, Goss. We love gifts. What's the best present you ever got for like Hanukkah, a holiday?
I don't know.
Come on.
I'm trying to think right now.
There has to be like one that like stands out of like,
I have ones
I wanted this so bad
that I've given.
I mean, yeah. We talked about it last week.
My wife's a great, My wife's a great gift giver, and often there are things I didn't realize I needed or things I didn't realize I wanted. And there are things I end up loving, and right now I am completely blank on it. Do you have an answer while I stall?
There's a couple that stand out. One was a new bike. Like there was a bike that I wanted so bad. It was purple or like more lavender. It was I thought it was so pretty, and it was like in the garage. Like Santa left it in the garage. Mm-hmm. It was it was like a dramatic unveil of the
what else is there? Let's go look in the garage.
Like, well, I know, did you ever see Christmas Story? Like Ralphie and the Red Ryder BB gun?
This is the second time we've talked about this movie, and I've never watched this movie. That's
right. Oh my God. Yeah. So all Ralphie wants is the Red Ryder BB gun. And like, it's like at the end, and it's like the big dramatic reveal that he finally gets like the present that he's always wanted. Like that was very much my lavender bike situation.
I will say, so now that I've thought mine is, for my 13th birthday, I got a Ray Allen jersey, and Ray Allen was my favorite athlete. And at my bar mitzvah, in the photos you have to take in your suit looking uncomfortable, my mom let me take one where I was wearing the Ray Allen jersey over my suit, and it's the last page of the album that we ended up getting made. So... that's going to be my top gift.
Amazing. That's a really good one. Well, that's very much in line with what we're going to do here today, because we have put together basically the ultimate soccer gift guide that will satiate even the most discerning and hard to buy for soccer fans, because we all know them. Yeah. We have them in our lives. These people who just aren't satisfied with anything. And so that's what we're here for. So we've compiled what I think to be a pretty awesome list of gifts. Like if I got any of these, I would be so stoked.
Yeah.
So maybe our parents and our significant others should listen to this podcast specifically, because there's some great items on this list.
We got it out in time, so they've got time to still run to a store.
Got a few days. Got to pay for that extra shipping though, but the payoff will be worth it. I guarantee it. Okay, so you got the Ray Allen jersey, which you said was your favorite gift. How about a World Cup kit? How about a World Cup kit for
Doesn't seem like a bad
soccer-loving friends, right? 26 is like literally days away. We are gearing up for the World Cup over here, and there are some already very, very sick kits that have been released. We're still waiting for more, and some of those countries, like Colombia, the Frances, those are always top-notch. But the ones that we've seen so far, specifically the Adidas ones, I would highly recommend. I think Germany's is clean. It's classic. It is like just an homage to Germany kits of yore, and you can't go wrong there. The Mexico kit, Goss.
Always good. This is one of the best we've seen too.
They're a host nation. Like this is, Which other ones would you recommend giving?
I really like Algeria's look.
Okay.
It's sort of clean white, but has a design, which I appreciate. You can wear it up, you can wear it down. It can be fun, whatever. And I really like Spain's as well, because Spain has one of those where it's stripes. I love stripes. Blue shoulders with the classic red. So it's like a mix between the classic Spain and something a little bit more fun where you'll recognize it in the future and be like, 06, like 26 World Cup, you know?
Ooh, love that. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like these are kits that you will remember, that you will hold on to. It will always be synonymous with a very specific point of history in soccer and U.S. soccer. So this is truly a gift that keeps on giving. Okay. Next up on our gift list, this is specifically for the gamers in your life, and I know a few people maybe who could be a little too old to be as deep into the gaming situation, but that's just how it is.
As Douglas comes up on
our
screen.
very own producer Douglas is going to give us the details on this specific game that's centered around Ecuador.
Yeah. So wanted to just give a nice little shout out. There's a fun little independent game released this past year called Despelote, which, as people can guess, is kind of a play on the word ball in Spanish. It's also meant to be the term, this is a mess, as mentioned. It's funny. It's a soccer game, but it's as much a soccer game about life as it is about the sports.
Oh, wow.
It is a game made by two guys. Two guys by the name of Julian Cordero and Sebastian Valbuena. And it's a semi-autobiographical game about their childhood in Ecuador, in Quito, Ecuador, as their childhood comes up right when Ecuador is on the verge of qualifying for the 2002 FIFA World Cup. And they tell this really fun autobiographical story within the context of this video game, within a soccer video game, but it's really unconventional. It is all from a first-person view, and it's a really fascinating story they tell that I'm like, as a Latino kid myself, I'm like, wow, they nailed everything down in a way that I'm like, shit, man, this could be as much about me as these guys.
Aww.
The developers have mentioned they actually went down to Quito to do, they did dialogue recordings with family members, with friends that still live in Ecuador today. They did all the audio comes from Ecuador directly and implemented into the game. I also mentioned it because it is out now on all of these different devices. It's out on iOS, it's on PC, it's on PlayStation, and it just released for the Nintendo Switch last week. It's $15. It's about it's about like 3 to 5 hours. So not very long, but it's a really, really great story, and wanted to holler about that for this holiday season.
Yeah, Douglas was telling us about this last week, and I was like, I haven't played a game in a while, and like this is interesting to me. I like these like stories.
The story ones I can get behind. Douglas, are you like, how would you categorize yourself in terms of like gamer? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, where are we at?
Probably put myself in category of an 8 or a 9.
Oh boy. Okay.
I play a decent chunk. I have 2 game systems. It's funny, when we talked about our favorite gifts from back in the day, I was about to mention the gift my favorite gifts of all time, I got given a Nintendo Game Boy as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a great gift. I still have all of
I
mine.
wanted one so bad, and my parents would not buy one for me.
The day I got that is still one of the funnest days I can think of any Christmas I've ever had.
Oh my gosh, that is such a throw. I remember being so jealous of every kid in my class who got the Game Boy.
I was cleaning out my stuff a few weeks ago, and I found I have 3 old Game Boys that I still have, 3 different types.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, they were great gifts.
That's pretty rad. Douglas, I love you. I was kidding. You don't spend too much time gaming.
I appreciate
Speaking
it.
more about some other people I know who I'm like, you've got other responsibilities, but that it's not you who I'm talking to. And this is a great shout for a gift. It sounds like an awesome game, one that I would actually enjoy as a non-gamer. So thank you.
Shout out to Despelote.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Wanted to holler
Thanks,
about
Douglas.
that.
What a guy. Okay, the book lovers, David Goss.
Yeah.
I love to read so much, but I'm one of these where like when I'm reading, I will read like 5 books. Like I'll get like super into it, and then I won't read for like months at a time.
I'm the same.
But
I find it really hard to find books.
Agree.
That's what I find the toughest part. I try and use Goodreads. I try and ask for recommendations. Then I'm looking at libraries. It's not available. Then do I want to buy it? Do I like it? Whatever. So I find that the hardest part, which is why we are lucky enough to be able to recommend a book, which is Paul Tenorio's own book, The Messy Effect, which is available on pre-sale. You can find it on Amazon, bookshop.org, all that type of stuff. it is going to be the defining book about this era of soccer
Yeah.
in North America. I think for people who buy it, like even the conversation we had with him on Soccer Wise about it, you just realize all these rooms he's been in for the last 2 years and these conversations he's had, which we are around this as much as anyone, but we're not really thinking about it in the way he is. So we're not asking the questions he's asking. So I think everyone's going to learn a lot and be interested and start to understand some things that have happened and some things that are about to happen now. And then I think it's one of those you're going to want to have so that you can show people sort of in years going on of like, this is where we stood. This is what happened. You know, Beckham Effect is the big one that everyone compares it to. Grant Wall's book that came out when David Beckham joined the LA Galaxy, which was explosive at the time and is still an important book to read to understand what was going on then. And I think this is going to be the same.
Yeah, it's almost like Beckham part 2. Like that was like there was soccer after David Beckham came to MLS, and there is now going to be soccer after Messi arrived in Major League Soccer. And so, yeah, it's going to be a fascinating read. Paul is exceptional at what he does. And so I'm super excited to check this one out. That's a great shot. Okay, also for the book lovers, but maybe a different kind of book. I tend to enjoy what they referred to as a beach read, chick lit. David Goss.
I am extremely familiar with this topic.
Okay. So there happen to be a few books that have stories that are centered around the soccer world or a soccer player. And one in particular that I have enjoyed is called
Oh, you physically
The
have
Striker. The Striker. This is a novel by Anna Huang. She's a New York Times best-selling author. I was gifted this by my very dear friend, Jen Calhoun, who used to be my producer on Morning Footy.
Okay.
And we would have extensive conversations about what books we were reading. And she would always seem to find the ones that had like a soccer storyline. And she would tell me immediately. And this one is it's just really fun. So it's basically like the star player, like the Beckham of the world, falls in love with the beautiful new trainer for the team, but she happens to be the sister of his biggest rival, and it's like this, like, oh yeah, totally spiteful, and he's kind of an asshole, but like really he's a softie underneath it all.
Okay.
It's everything you would want in just like a good beachy kind of sleazy read, and it's great.
Have you read a book called Icebreakers?
No.
Okay. I'll send you the
Oh,
deets. It's
but I'm very
probably
intrigued.
more rom-com-y than beach read, if that's a distinction you can make. But it was read in my household. It's about a figure skater who ends up hooking up with the star hockey player at college who's not as serious as she is about being a superstar.
Oh.
But little do you know where love will find you. By the way, we've got a Christmas movie coming up that's going to be along the lines of some of these topics.
I'm aware, and I am very, very excited. Yeah, if you enjoy the Hallmark movies of the world of Christmas movies, you will enjoy a book like The Striker.
I love this.
Yep. Okay, so as we keep harping on, the World Cup is coming in 2026, and a lot of people are going to be making extensive travel plans, and based on the ticket prices, probably spending a pretty penny on some of these trips. And I will say, like, I think a lot of people can justify it because this is a once in a lifetime thing, right? Like the World Cup doesn't come to North America every 4 years. It just doesn't. So this is pretty special. So if you're going to splash out, like I totally understand, but there are ways that you can help your friends and loved ones who are going to be making these trips and having the experience of a lifetime. So airports, man, they're a nightmare. Goss, you and I wish I could. I honestly, no, I don't want to know the amount of hours that I've clocked at airports because it will it's probably like years of my life.
Yeah.
And I don't want to think about that because that will make me depressed. But if you do have to spend a lot of time in airports, there are ways to make it a little less painful. And one of the things that for me is a absolute total non-negotiable is TSA pre-check. Like buy somebody a TSA pre-check. It's great. It's probably like $85. It lasts for
years.
Over 5 years. Like, and then it's super easy to renew it once you have it. my God, it is worth it. Like it is, it really does make a difference in those lines, and not having to take your shoes off and all the things. Although I think that might be changing soon.
So
I can't keep up with. I can't keep up with all.
But you don't have
the
to worry
rules.
about it.
But you don't have to worry about it if you have TSA pre-check. So for
I
me,
agree.
that's people have asked me about Clear,
Mm-hmm.
and I often find that sometimes Clear takes just as long, if not longer, than TSA pre-check. So like I wouldn't necessarily, and now they have the digital ID situations with
Depending on the
like
airport
Delta,
you're in.
which can be. So I wouldn't necessarily say gift them Clear. If you have the means, then sure, do it, because it does come in handy at certain
But
airports.
either of those, just to
Yes.
take away the threat of the longest line for security, means you could leave a little bit later, makes that experience feel a little bit quicker.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this was when we were thinking about, okay, how can you help someone's World Cup experience? To me, this was the top of the list by far of like, can you just make travel a little more convenient for people?
Yep.
My second one is an Airbnb hold or VRBO or whatever.
Yep.
Make it something you can cancel, but I do think people are going to be figuring out tickets up until the moment games kick off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be easiest if you're in a market for a game you want to go to at a time you want to be there. And so if you're from afar saying like, okay, I think my friends or I think my family will want to go, but I'm not buying them a $3,000 ticket, book something now because the prices are only going to keep going up. They're already high, keep going up. And then you can cancel it later or figure it out if you make sure that it is. Make sure you read the fine print on it. But that's one of the ones where I would say like, if you can help someone a little bit, that makes it a lot easier.
A huge, huge difference. And I've used Airbnb a ton over the past couple of years. And there's always a really good cancellation policy.
Yeah.
Like it can be like a week before. Like it's truly like it's worth it. And that would be a huge, huge help to people. So that's a great shout. Luggage. This is a big one. So you don't want to check luggage, guys. Like I know it's hard, but there are ways to do this. I have been on road trips where I've had to visit like multiple different like climates, and I have been able to get by with fitting everything in a carry-on. And the best carry-on on the market, in my opinion, is the Away, the larger one, the expandable. You can truly fit so much in this thing. It is durable. It's the best. It is the best. And the customer service at Away, like God forbid something happens to it. Like my first Away suitcase that I got, this was probably 10 years ago, like the zipper tag broke off of it. I am not kidding. I got on the phone with them. They were like, "Oh my gosh, we are so sorry. We're literally shipped me one. It arrived the next day before I had even sent the other one back. I sent my old one in the package that they sent the new one in. So I got the new one before I even had to send the old one and didn't have to pay a thing. Like it's worth it. They're pricey, but like you're going to have it for the rest of your life, I promise. And will save you so much time and agony, because no one wants to check a bag, man. No one wants to check a bag.
And if it gets bad, you waste an hour and a half, where if you're popping into cities for games and moving around, it's a bunch of time. You don't want, I'll throw out one for the weekender bag as well. It's sort of like a suit bag that goes into a full suitcase or full duffel, and so you can move it how you want to. You have different compartments, all that type of stuff. And I think that one's always a good one. I like this one from you, which was Body Armor Liquid IV Hydration Packs for anyone who's going to be in a hot city.
You guys, so I, as you know, I have been going through chemotherapy. And the biggest thing that my doctors told me was stay hydrated, especially like in the days in and around treatment, because your body just gets so depleted. And I have some amazing friends at Body Armor in Donald Rouse and Zach Leniu, who sent me, when I tell you pallets of Body Armor product, like literally pallets in my garage. Like I am
what you need.
I am so unbelievably thankful to these guys. But This stuff is unbelievable. So there are these little packets. So this is what I mean for travel, especially in these hot destinations for the World Cup.
Miami,
and you're going to
Houston,
be,
Dallas.
you're probably going to be knocking back a few bevies, and you have to stay hydrated. Otherwise, it is going to be a very unfortunate and miserable experience for you. But these are little packets that you can stick in a pocket even. It'll fit in any sort of like clear bag. Like they're so tiny. They are the zero sugar ones. So this is the liquid IV zeros. There's no sugar in them. They taste fantastic. There's like cucumber, lime, strawberry, kiwi. The fruit punch is delicious. The grape flavor is delicious. There's 10 calories in these things. Like there's like no calories in it. And it hydrates the hell out of you. Like I have felt relatively good for the most part, like through this journey, and I'm not kidding. I think it is because of these liquid IVs. I cannot say enough things about them. Even if I did not get them from my friends, I would tell you guys about them. But it is, stay hydrated, folks. Like as I get older too, Goss, I don't know about you, but I'm like, oh yeah, you know how they say like drink more water, like stay hydrated. Yeah, it's a thing, and it works, and it matters. It matters. Yep. Guess what I have in this bad boy?
Yeah.
Thank you. Chugging away.
Gotta keep chugging away. I love that. I think that's a perfect one, especially I've been very worried from afar about the Scotland fans playing Brazil in Miami on July 12th or June 23rd I think it's a 3 or 5 p.m. local time game. So
yeah,
let's get some body armor. I'm
like Scotland fans, Australia fans. I'm looking at you guys specifically. Like you, come on, stay hydrated, kids. Okay, next one in terms of attire. So we talked about kits, obviously, but there is a company called Dirt Pitch that do the most unbelievable. They're kind of like rock and roll sweatshirts and t-shirts, but inspired by footballing greats. You've probably seen me wear them on this podcast multiple times. I have a Zidane one. I've got 2 Ronaldinho ones. I have a Valderrama ones. They're so awesome. Every time I wear them, people stop me and are like, "Oh my God, like where did you get this?" They are so cool. So if you have like that like cool, this is a great gift for like the soccer snob. Because even they will appreciate it. And especially if they're
sweatshirts
also...
are great, too.
They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. And every footballing legend is on there. They've got great, like, Thierry Henry ones. So if you know an Arsenal fan, like, these are sensational.
But everyone, George Best, Drogba, Zlatan, Valderrama. These are sick.
So if this is for, the fashionista, the too cool for school soccer loving friend, these will check the box. I promise. I love them. And then this is my last one. So I'm going to grab this guy here. So this is a drawing of Jurgen Klopp and Virgil van Dijk hoisting the Carabao Cup. I was at this match at Wembley. Thank you very much, in January of 2024. Obviously a huge moment for me getting to watch my team hoist a trophy at Wembley in what ended up being Klopp's final trophy with Liverpool. Like pretty cool. But I wanted to, I don't know how I even like came across this, but I was like, when I was putting together my background for this, I was like, I feel like I need to like something to like commemorate that moment. And I came across this Etsy shop called Dreadfully Drawn.
This is so funny.
And they do drawings like this. So they're kind of like cartoony, but like awesome.
Yeah,
they're in the best
like
way.
Clearly well done. Like they're good artists, but they're doing fun, cartoony, hand-drawn style.
So it kind of looks like Napoleon Dynamite, if I'm not aging myself too much, but like he would do these drawings of like the liger, which was the lion and the tiger combined. Like that was his favorite animal. It's in that vein of like bad, but also like really, really good and cool. And it's not just Liverpool. They do a bunch of other of the European teams, and so it's just I think. For me, like, I love this thing. It makes me smile every time I look at it. But Dreadfully Drawn, on Etsy for anybody who.
I love these.
I know.
I'm gonna buy a couple for friends. They're $10.
They're cheap too.
It's crazy.
They're cheap too. I bought,
but they're so fun.
I got like a cheapo frame at Home Goods for $6.99, and there you go. So it's a really fun, thoughtful gift for your soccer loving friends.
Hell yeah.
Maybe even a housewarming gift. I don't know. Somebody. You just don't know. But yeah, those are my shouts, guys.
Those are great. I love all of them. I'm gonna buy some for myself. I don't normally buy gifts for friends, but now that you gave them and I'm looking at the links, seeing like, oh, this person loves this player, this would look cool on this person, I might actually go in and buy a couple for people. So this was perfectly timed.
Yay! Oh, that was fun. Yeah, I know. Now I'm like just even more in the spirit than I already was. But yeah, guys, just continue to give the gift of kickback to your friends. That's the other thing, like we do this for you guys. So tell all your friends, send them the links, like and subscribe, all the things. That would be a wonderful gift to Goss and I. We would really appreciate.
Yes, leave us a review. Go listen to Kickback 26 as well. Send it to people who might like it. That's all we'd ever ask for.
All right, Goss, moving along to what I have been kind of waiting for this entire holiday season. So Goss and I share a huge affection for Hallmark Christmas movies. And
love-hate relationship.
It is a love-hate, mostly love, though. I mean, it's just, to me, it's like it's not like the holidays if I don't have some horrible Hallmark movie on in the background. Like it's like the soundtrack of the holidays for me. And I feel like before every episode, you and I are like, which one did you watch?
Yeah.
Check this one out. What about this one? And so Gus a few weeks ago was like, I think I'm gonna write a Hallmark Christmas movie, like a soccer themed one. And I said, okay, well, truly, that would be the greatest gift for me.
There you go.
So, Goss, I think you kind of wrote a movie? Is this, like, what's happening here?
So, it's called A Very Merry Match.
Oh, my God. I already love it.
And I've never done anything like this before. So, I, wrote some specific lines, then I wrote sequences, then I wrote just skips to the next thing.
Oh, my God.
So, I don't know what this experience will be like.
Oh, my God.
Should I tell you the overall arc of what I was going for first, or should I go into it and then get there?
No, tell me the overall. Before we do that, I have to get holiday ready.
Okay. Get cozy, get comfortable. And if, oh my God, the Dollywood Christmas hat.
Yeah, so I got this at Dollywood over
You
the
look
weekend.
like you're a part of a Christmas hip hop band.
Thank you. That's a great compliment. But for those of you that don't know, there is a Dollywood Christmas Hallmark movie starring Danica McKellar, which I watched before going to Dollywood. And yes, it was as magical as I thought it was going to be. There we go.
Okay, so in A Very Merry Match, the idea is Erica is our star.
Erica. Okay,
Yes.
like the name.
And-
Very Hallmarky.
Thank you. And Erica is a soccer superstar who was player of the year in high school, captain of the team, went to her dream college, and was a star of the team there and always had goals to go and play professionally. And Erica grew up dating Cade, who was the men's high school soccer captain. They went to the same college.
Oh, it's so
and ended up that they broke up at the end of college, and she went on to play professionally. And Cade, as we will come to learn, turns out was back home coaching and working. So I picked Cade because there was this tweet that went viral a few years ago, which was why is it that every time there's a good American soccer player, they have this weird white guy name, and they listed names. I think Cade was the first one. So that's what popped. So the opening sequence is setting shot of old newspaper clippings of her being a star, scoring the game-winning goal, winning the high school championship yearbook, Leatherman jackets, trophies, medals. The Leatherman jacket obviously came from my wife, who has a whole affinity to true Americana high school. And it ends with a story of a clipping of her leaving college to go to a big European team. The opening scene starts with her being helped into the locker room. And the key with all of this, if you don't know Christmas movies, is this locker room will be a high school locker room that has nothing on it and would never be where a professional soccer team would play. And nothing that I'm about to say would ever actually happen.
Okay.
It's 45% of the way there, but it would never happen this way. And Erica comes in, trainer helps her, says, it looks like a bad sprain. You're going to be out for the rest of the year. And Erica says, but my contract was only for half the season. So if it's over on New Year's Eve, I have to play. And the trainer says, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry, and walks out. So then you see her head in hands, sad. So she calls her mom, of course.
Of course.
And mom says, I'm so sorry to hear that. You should come home for Christmas, though.
Come home.
You haven't been home for Christmas since you left for college because you're always playing. We would love to see you, and you can do your physical therapy here because Dr. Albert in town is one of the best in the world.
Of course he is.
Of course he is. So the next scene, we see her after a long flight. So there's going to be a quick cut through the airport and then a fake plane taking off. And then she's driving through the snow.
Oh my
and you
God.
pass a sign that says 20 miles till Holly, Michigan,
Holly.
which is a real place
Oh my God.
that we looked up because every time there's always a fake Christmas name to all these towns. And it turns out it's a real place. She gets dropped off on Main Street first. She sees her childhood best friend and her partner, who are going to be the friends in the movie, right? She always goes back to them every time something happens. It's like, I just don't know what his deal is. And you're kind of always thinking like, have you talked to these people in 10 years? And have you asked a single question about their life? But that's the way it always goes. Then she says, my mom's going to come pick me up. While that happens, we zoom out. We see a man walking out of a bakery, of course,
I know who
with
it is.
coffee and pastries. And he sees Erica. He quickly ducks behind a truck. Then he pulls out his phone after she pulls away and says, I think I just saw Erica back in Holly, Michigan. I must be going crazy. And of course, it's Kate. They haven't talked to each other since they left college. So Erica goes back to her house, and her grandma and mom are there, and her grandma started the local soccer club originally.
Oh,
she asks
what
how
a
everything's
badass.
going. And while they're talking, she says, oh, the club's running out of money. We have all these players on scholarship. We need to raise some money soon, or I don't know what's going to happen. So, of course, Erica offers to run an indoor clinic as a fundraiser as the big celebrity.
Yep.
And then her mom says, great. It will be a reunion of the dynamic duo because Cade is organizing, the head of the boys team is organizing the fundraiser. And she didn't know that Cade was working for her family. And she's so annoyed. But, of course, for grandma, you have to do it. Because that's
Gotta do it
always
for
the key
Grammy.
to these, is they have to be stuck in this situation.
Yep.
And so it's either for love of someone or fear of their boss.
Yep.
And I went away from the marketing executive who has to close the deal on December 25th vibe, and I went for this one. So she says, fine, I have to go ahead to physical therapy. She goes. She walks in, and of course, the person running it says, oh, just so you know, Dr. Albert got called away on a Christmas tree emergency, and because of the snow, has gotten snowed out and can't get back. But we have the best assistant in the entire state, because it's always something specific like that,
Totally.
but like not relevant and no one would ever say. He will take great care of her. And of course, she walks in,
It's Kate.
and the assistant is Cade.
Kate.
And he's the only PT in town.
Oh,
so she
my
either works with
God.
him or she works with no one. The next scene comes. They're on Main Street, signs her up for the big fundraiser. And she goes to the club to run a session and coaches with Cade. And she starts to see him passionate, loving the kids,
Loving
doing
the
so
kids.
well. And it actually sparks joy in her. And she mentions to him, you know, I have to be a soccer player. It's all I've ever known. It's all I know who I am. But I don't know that I love it anymore. And that one line, by the way, will be the whole focus of the second half of the movie.
She's opened the door.
But the beauty of Christmas movies is when they do that, they never actually come back to it
Right.
until the payoff, and you're like,
Right.
was this really that big a deal? Like they said this one offhand thing, so you bought them a diamond ring based off of it. So then she says, but then at the end they have a big fight where he's sort of helping someone and she disagrees and they get in a fight and she's like, well, you're just going to quit and, you know, not care. And he's like, well, you're just going to leave. And then it's like, oh, here's the resurfacing of
Okay.
everything. Then, of course, they have to bake cookies for a fundraiser. So there's a montage where they're having fun baking cookies. They're being
Throwing
silly.
flour at each other's face,
Oh, my God.
wiping it off. Yep.
Flower whiskers,
Yep.
the whole
Yep.
thing. Yeah.
Yep.
So now it's like, oh, they're back. They love each other. But then they stumble onto some old photos and videos of their high school time as captains of the men's and women's team. She won player of the year. They talk about what happened, but right as they're about to actually talk about it, they get interrupted. Of course, someone comes home, so they don't actually get to it. Eventually, when they're setting up the gear for everything, the big fight comes. And what it turns out happened was they had promised they'd go pro together and move to Europe. But then it turns out Cade's mom was sick.
Oh
And he had to come home to take care of his brother, but he knew if he told Erica, she would stay too.
She would stay too.
But she was destined for greater things, so
Yes.
he broke up with her and was overly mean.
Goosebumps.
Thank you.
Goosebumps.
He was overly mean so that she would leave, and they never spoke again, and that's where it ended. And he is secretly still upset maybe that she did go and didn't chase him, but she's mad because she felt like he, obviously broke her heart and deceived her. And then, of course, the big moment happens, which is the fundraiser is going to occur on Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. Physical therapy is going better than expected. Her agent calls and says, I have a trial for you in Europe, but you have to get on a plane on Christmas Eve or you will miss it and we won't have a contract spot. And what does she do?
Oh my God, the dilemma.
Does she go?
No, she doesn't
She
go.
stays.
She stays.
So she stays. She goes to the fundraiser. She coaches. She's so good. And guess what happens in the end? Her and Kate get back together. Her grandmother's club raised enough money. And then as a kicker, because there's always the kicker, one of the parents in the crowd comes up and says, hi, I'm so-and-so. I've just purchased the newest NWSL franchise, which will be in Detroit, Michigan, and I would like for you to be the face of the team. It all works out. What a shock.
Goss.
Thank you.
Standing ovation.
Thank you. The only thing I couldn't figure out was the last name for Erica, so I don't know what's going to be on the back of the jersey.
Oh my gosh. If this doesn't get made into a Hallmark movie, I need it now.
We got to make it.
I need it.
Yeah.
It's so good. You nailed it. So everyone, if you're not privy to Hallmark Christmas movies, there's a formula. Goss went with the formula, but expanded.
Yeah.
It's elevated. It's a compelling storyline. I need this. I need this movie in my life. I'm blown away. That was tremendous. Honestly, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you, David Goss. Wow. I don't even know. If that is not a capper to an episode and a year, I don't know what is, but you just delighted me. Thank you. Holy moly. Who do we know? How do we get this made?
We'll work on it.
Okay, we'll workshop it. Wow. I'm speechless, but that was amazing. Guys, you're amazing. We're so appreciative of all of you and for listening and tuning in and hanging with us every week. So please continue to do it and tell your friends about us and like and subscribe and do all the things and follow us on the socials because we've got so much more coming and 2026 is going to be incredible. So we hope you join us for the ride. We love you all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We'll see you next year.